Hello everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Green. This week, we begin our journey back into Mount Moon because, as you remember last time, if my menu would come up. Thank you very much. We've been trying to level up you, Drago. I love you, Drago. I just want to evolve you now. It has 11 attack. If you could actually use a move, that would be great. That would be great. Thanks. We have Yulia with us as well, but I love the sprites. I should say again, bar Jigglypuff staring into my soul with those eyes. You can see the tiny white dots, but from far away. Let's say if you're me and you're looking at the screen from a distance, it's just it's interesting. I'm not sure if I'm frightened or not yet, but it's interesting. The sprites, as I say, are... It's another way to say it's like they're caricatures of what Pokemon sprites would become in the games later. They seem to... pardon me. They seem to be interesting. In some cases, they look more emotionally invested than some other Pokemon sprites, like Nidoran female there, who genuinely looks like, hey! There's a balloon up there! I fucking love balloons! And Zubat just looks, you know, like it has a terrifying maw for a mouth, but the sprites, as I said, look like interesting caricatures of what Pokemon sprites would become. They look a little bigger, I guess. Is bigger the correct term? They look a little bigger, but they also look like they've been drawn in a more dynamic pose, maybe. I mean, I'd have to replay Pokemon as it were again, but to me they just feel like they're a bit bigger. Now, before we continue, I'm going to pause recording, I'm going to wander around, and we'll be back when we find our new Pokemon, which I hope is a Geodude. See you in a sec. And there we go. Found a stone, except it's a Geodude. Or guess they're called stone in this. If I look closely, the sprite just looks like he's trying to, I don't know, suck a Fanta for a straw while doing push-ups. Which is fair enough, I guess. I mean, who hasn't wanted to do that? Who hasn't wanted to do that? Who hasn't? I challenge you all to think of someone who hasn't. It's rock, so I would guess physical moves might not, you know, damage it intensely, but we'll see. Go, Pan, go, save my day. That's it, Pan, no, Pan, no. Let's use Ultrasonic first to weaken it up, because Ultrasonic is a move that I now find that I fucking love, because in this game, bar that one time you did just see, it for some reason works half the time, which is lovely. Oh, and I have a feeling I might be able to catch this one. Unless it remains confused and then I kill it, it kills itself, in which case I'm now on a timer. I'm on the clock, as it were. Was that a critical suck blood I had before? But because it hurts. Oh, yeah, that's more like it. Let's absorb some energy, and then break out the confusion. No, okay. Come on, go all out. It's fine. Waste your time. See if I care. It's not like I got places to be. It's not like I've got people that love me that would hope I'd not be here forever. Well, there we go, we got a stone, which in any other context would pretty much be useless. But as it's a Geodude, in reality, it's slightly less useful. It's used to play a stone throw game because of its round shape to be caught easily. Well, that's a sentence. So, is it that people used to throw them around playing that classic game we all play, Pass the Stone, and people caught it and they realised, oh, it's the thing, it's a real thing. So I'm gonna call you I'll just call you Lizzie. Not for any real reason, I just watched Pride and Prejudice the other day. And I think, you know, stony disposition Geodude, of course, links with the protagonist of a Jane Austen novel. I mean, clearly. Now, I'm going to go out and then come back in. I'll look around for a little more, see if I can find me, because apparently there's a Paris in here. But if I can't find Paris after a few minutes, then we'll just continue on to the next floor, and then we'll fight a few trainers. Do it there, so see you in the moment. Yeah, I was training. This happens a lot. I was training, I was fighting, I was trying to see me a Paris, or whatever the other one I said was. I want to say Clefairy. Turns out Narina just pumped up. She's evolved into a Kame, even though she's Narina, but fair enough. We now have the beauty of having a Water Waddle! Look at that, look at that. I have actually never played long enough in a game with a Squirtle to have a Water Waddle, so I'm quite happy. We have a water Pokemon which is useless for the next gym. Shit! Maybe that's why I didn't really see the point of water Pokemon when I first played, mainly because I just thought, well, what am I going to use this for? To beat Bruno, the shittiest member of the Elite Four? I'm sorry for anyone who loves Bruno, but to me he remains one of the shittiest members of the Elite Four. His moves are all fighting and rock, and I can just get some water Pokemon and some psychic Pokemon and kick his fucking ass. I mean, I had trouble with everyone. Lorelei, Agatha, fucking Lance, before having to deal with Blue. Bruno, never a problem. Never a problem. On rare occasions it was probably because I wasn't thinking. I was trying to be cocky and bring in Pokemon that really couldn't just, one-hit KO everything he had. It didn't matter if it was level 50. I had Pokemon that can handle his shit. That's it. That was all. I could handle him easily. The bastard had nothing that I could contend with. Well, I couldn't contend with in my deck, even though this wasn't a trading card game. But I've never had a problem with him. He's a guy like Brock. He's a practitioner of no shirt jitsu, and that's it. That's all he ever was. So I genuinely thought that there's a Paris in this cave, as well as, not like the place, because this isn't fucking Bioshock Infinite. I'm not sure why I should probably play Bioshock Infinite, but at some point that would require money, and something that isn't my laptop to run it, because fuck if this thing is running a city floating in the sky with its graphics card. It will just die. It will die. I will have no laptop. I will have nothing. The day I play Bioshock Infinite will be on a console. As it will be with most of these games. My laptop's good. I mean, it can record, as you know, Left 4 Dead quite well. Did I just use Splash? What the fuck am I thinking? Ah. Well, don't steal its health as a Magikarp. Well, even though it can barely affect Magikarp. That's fair enough. Narina's the only one I refuse to put in a box, by the way, simply because, well, it's my mainstay Pokemon. I just assume she'll stay around. Yeah, steal the rocks. Shit. Do it. Go ahead. It's not like Geodude's gonna flex her arms all over you, because why not? I don't know how Pokemon breed, but I assume painlessly and out of sight. That's all I will ever assume, because they just appear, they grow in numbers, and apparently no one cares. No one cares. No one cares about the reproduction of Pokemon. They just go, we'll catch that! And then, they leave them to die in their Pokeballs. There might have been even more Pokemon before people started fucking catching them. But no, it's either that or we have to put them in the daycare, the special daycare where they breed. Daycare frightens me. Yeah, and at this point, daycare, if I remember correctly, only levels up your Pokemon. It's later that daycare suddenly becomes this breeding ground where, hey, we'll take care of your Pokemon and make them fuck. What? Nothing. It's just they'll have a good time. By the way, here's an egg. Why is there an egg? Am I gonna have to get my Meow Spade? Fuck! I mean, Guys, come on. In many ways, I've always rather loved Pokemon, as you might know, but I acknowledge the gameplay of Pokemon has never really changed. You take out some Pokemon, you fight them. You might use items to heal them or to catch them. That's fucking it. I mean, I remember Pokemon Colosseum being interesting for me because most of the time you weren't trying to catch wild Pokemon. It was just trainer battles. And you trying to purify Pokemon you stole from them. Basically, Pokemon Colosseum was an exercise into how can we give people that thing they've always wanted, which of course is that terrible thing of I want to steal that person's Pokemon. It basically was an excuse for people to say, hey, that person has a Suicune. Pokemon Suicune? Yeah, I want a Suicune. I forget who the Elite, they're the fucking Elite Four of the game. They're evil, they're just anti-Elite Four, but there's Venus, who's the one I always remember because I have no fucking clue why or how they've built an underground society worshipping her for some reason beneath an already crappy society. Someone explain to me where in the Pokemon world, the fucking world of Colosseum is, because I'm fucking confused. How many people just get up one day and then they're like, I want to be part of a team. What do you mean? I want to be part of an evil Pokemon team. And we're evil, and what we do is evil. Pick from the selection! Do you want to be part of Team Rocket? The classics? The original dudes with the black black shirts that did all of the bad things in the original? Do you want to be part of, you know, Team Galactic, who appear to be one of the newer macho people to come in? Team Plasma? Team Magma? How about Team Snag'em, which is Colosseum's debut assholes? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get why in this world you either grow up and you want to be a Pokemon trainer, you grow up and you want to be a Pokemon trainer so bad you're willing to steal from other people. Why are we so fucking obsessed with Pokemon? I mean, in this world, there is nothing except Pokemon. That's all people do. Any job, I bet you any job is related to fucking people doing things to do with Pokemon. Celadon Hotel doesn't count because there are still Pokemon people working on several fucking floors. The world is permeated, saturated, full of saccharine desires for things to do with Pokemon. People love Pokemon. People adore Pokemon. People want Pokemon to basically substitute for children in this world. It's fucking insane. So yeah, I quite like Pokemon. I can dig it. I realise that most of the video has been me just ranting about Pokemon and wandering around Mount Moon's first floor. But hey, we caught a Geodude, so it's alright. It's okay, everyone. We did it. We did it. But basically the point is, Pokemon never changes. You can take the Pokemon out of Pokemon, but then it'll just be Digimon. I'm sorry, Digimon and Pokemon. I've heard that argument again before that they're similar, but in many ways, why do I care? Because they kind of are. Two stories about sort of animal creatures that people use to fight their own battles for them. And was one of them, I think, wait, what the fuck are you looking at? Fuck. But both of them involve digital elements. Pokemon in this world are stored digitally on computers, so are Digimon. Pokemon are sent out and controlled through their Pokeballs, which allow them to be used by their owners, whereas in Digimon it's Digivices. Young kids are the primary target and owners of Pokemon, and so are the people who own Digimon. And all of these people seem to have parents who have little to no impact on their fucking lives! Yeah, I love Pokemon, big fan. Genuinely, I do love Pokemon, but I do understand that it is a series which lends itself to the idea, if it isn't broke, never fucking touch it. Just add a little bit, draw some paint on it, maybe give someone some shorts, but other than that, you know, obviously the running theme from now till when Hilda made them fashionable, or white, whatever you want to call her, is obviously shorts are the fucking bee's knees. Do you not wear shorts? Then you're an asshole. Asshole! Where am I going? I don't know. I have no clue of the layout. After this battle, I'm going to save and end the part because we have just spent 15 minutes wandering around, but we did catch a Pokemon, so I guess we did something with our time. Hey, a Bobo! Throw your weight around, give him a hug, you know, dug on its footsies. I'm guessing that's feet. If that's the Zubat's antennae, sorry, I'm a little... Where? What? Why? Is that how it... Is it a tuning fork that's attached to its feet? I saw an interesting theory the other day that theorised, what was it, it was, I guess, a joke, but it was actually interesting that if you look at Zubat, it looks like Aerodactyl is its ancestor. Which is pretty cool. Oh, did I already fight you? Aren't the strong pet? I don't fucking know, do I? Ah, balls. I actually remember hearing there were secret wall tiles. No clue why. No, 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 that's enough. That's enough now, Zubat. It's enough. We're gonna end this battle. I'm gonna fight you with Lizzie. And once she wins, we'll end this ugly long part where I basically bitched about how Pokemon never changes and at the same time how much I love it. Which is great. Which is great, which is fine. Which is great. Which is fine. So Green's been interesting so far. It's basically just been a Pokemon game, but the only thing hindering it, you know, is of course the translation, which hinders it or makes it better, depending on what view you take it from. If you're from the school that games design has to invest you in an emotional way and be sensible and thought out, then no, this is a fucking nightmare. But if you're from the school of thought which thinks that stuff like this just makes experiences funnier and more memorable, then this is a great version. This is one of the best, next to Pokemon, or Pokemon Brown, you know, which I think I had a copy of once. Maybe I'll play it one day. Anyway, we're gonna end the part. We have 18 things in our handbook, and that's a good day. See you next time.